many Americans here. Hard to believe. Not many from the West. Buses from our socialist brother countries. I'll spread the word around. Yes. She tapped her fingers on the desk, then said thoughtfully, "You may travel anywhere." Excuse me? An American is telling me this. Everyone is getting passports. $30. 2, 3, 4 weeks. Could take longer. Can't go to Vietnam, North Korea, Cuba, a few other places. She nodded absently. After a few moments, she inquired, "You are interested in socialism?" Fisher replied, "I am interested in Russia." "I am interested in your country." "Come on over." "Yes, someday." She looked down at a printed form and read, "You have the required first aid kit and toolkit in your automobile?" "Sure do. Same ones I had in Minsk." "Good." She continued, "You must stay on the designated highways. There are no authorized overnight stops between here and Moscow. Night driving in the countryside is forbidden for foreign tourists. You must be within the city of Moscow by nightfall." "I know." "When you reach Moscow, you must report directly to the in-tourist representative at the Hotel Rossier, where you are staying. Before you do this, you may stop only for petrol and to ask directions of the militia." "And to use the toilet." "Well, yes, of course." She glanced at his itinerary. "You are authorized one small detour to Borodino." "Yes, I know. But I would advise against that." "Why?" "It is late in the day, Mr. Fisher. You will be hurrying to Moscow before dark. I would advise you already to stay in Smolensk tonight." "I am already checking out of my hotel, yes?" She didn't seem to notice his parody of her English and said, "I can arrange for another room here. My job." She smiled for the first time. "Thank you, but I'm sure I can make Moscow before dark." She shrugged and pushed the paperwork toward him. "Spasibo." Fisher stuffed it in his shoulder satchel. "Do svidaniya," Greg Fisher said with a wave. "Drive safely," she replied, adding, "Be cautious, Mr. Fisher." Fisher walked out into the cool air of Smolensk, considering that last cryptic remark. He took a deep breath and approached a crowd of people surrounding his car. He sidled through the throng. "Excuse me, folks." He unlocked the door of his metallic blue Pontiac Trans Am, smiled, gave a V sign, slipped inside the car, and closed the door. He started the engine and drove slowly through the parting crowd. "Do svidaniya, Smolenskers." He proceeded slowly through the center of Smolensk, referring to the map on the seat beside him. Within 10 minutes, he was back on the Minsk-Moscow highway, heading east toward the Soviet capital. He saw farm vehicles, trucks, and buses, but not a single automobile. It was a windy day with gray clouds scudding past a weak sun. Fisher saw that the farther east he drove, the more advanced the autumn became. In contrast to the bustling agricultural activity he'd seen in East Germany and Poland at the same latitudes, the wheat here had been harvested on both sides of the highway, and the occasional fruit orchards were bare. Greg Fisher thought about things as the landscape rolled by. The restrictions and procedures were not only annoying, he concluded, but a little scary. Yet he'd been treated well by the Soviet citizens he'd met. He'd written home on a postcard to his parents, "Ironically, this is one of the last places where they still like Americans." And he rather liked them, and liked how his car literally stopped traffic and turned heads wherever he went. The Trans Am had Connecticut plates, had cast aluminum wheels, a rear deck spoiler, and custom pinstriping. The quintessential American muscle car, and he thought that nothing like